Hey everybody, Four Eyes here. I'm going to be doing another moveset video on another Gen 7 Pokemon I'm really excited about today, and that is Toxapex. Toxapex is an absolutely insane Pokemon with water and poison, which is a really great defensive typing, and base 50 HP, 152 defense, and 142 special defense. It is really bulky, and I think you could basically call it the Ferrothorn of the sea. So we're going to be going over a few of the movesets for it, and I see this being an absolutely insane force, you to be reckoned with, something that you're really going to have a bit of trouble breaking through with any of your physical attackers. It is weak to some things on the special side that have a type advantage over it, and even on the physical side. We'll get into those in a bit, but first up is the spike setting set, or the toxic spike setting set, because it doesn't get spikes. Why the hell does it not get spikes? Toxapex, though, is just insane. It has regenerated its ability, so you can switch out, regain some of your health that you might lose. Black Sludge is really great on it, since it's basically better leftovers, and since it's poison type, it's going to be getting the full use out of that. Well, I mean, if it wasn't a poison type, it wouldn't be getting use out of it at all, but you get the point. Anyway, standard moveset for this one that I see being is Scald, Toxic Spikes, Baneful Bunker, a new move, which is sort of like King Shield, but instead of lowering its attack when it hits, it causes poison. And then, of course, Recover, just general recovery, good on literally anything that gets it. Well, most things. And it's just kind of insane. Toxic Spikes it's not really the best entry hazard, but it's all Toxapex really gets, and it's probably one of the better setters of it. And so it can really help. It can help wear down teams, help with stall teams a lot. You might want to be a little careful with it, though, because, you still have Scald on here, and if you really need to burn something, you might want to wait on putting up the Toxic Spikes. Baneful Bunker helps it regain some health from Black Sludge, just like as good as Protect usually is in general. And it's just a good move for poisoning, setting status, stuff like that. It can help with a lot of physical attackers that you might want to start quickly bearing down, that you might be breaking through your team. So if they hit it with a contact move, boom, they're poisoned. Next up, another one, which is also a Toxic Spike setting set, but it's a little bit different. This one, instead of running Scald, it runs Liquidation. If you really just don't want to have the pressure of having to hit with the Scald and getting them burned and stuff, you can run a Liquidation on it instead. Liquidation's a pretty good move. 85 base power, water type, has a small chance to lower the defense by 1, so it's going to be slowly chipping away at them, doing more and more damage if it gets the defense drops. It's just overall a pretty neat move. I kind of wish that for Alligator got it. It's seriously, is it more powerful? No, it's the same power as Waterfall, but you get the point. Moving on is one that's not a spike setting set. This one's just kind of a general bulky set that's just going to be really annoying for the opponent to get through. It's meant to just sit there and be annoying. This one is not supposed to be special defensive. Let me go ahead and fix that. Okay. This one is mainly just to sit there on the battlefield, be annoying, and just soak up hits and slowly wear them down with Scald and Sludge Bomb. Baneful Bunker, of course, as the mainstay here, helps you get back some extra recovery from Black Sludge for free, poisons the opponent if they're using contact moves. It's a good move. Baneful Bunker is a really good move. And so yeah, this one's just pretty straightforward. Toxapex really doesn't have a lot of options when it comes to its main sets. If you do, though, here's a few more options. You can kind of go full Ferrothorn mode and run Rocky Helmet on it, but I really don't see it being that good on Toxapex. Yeah, sure, it does help rack up some extra damage, but without Iron Barbs, it's not really as useful in my opinion. If you want to, you can run Merciless over Regenerator. Merciless is another new abilities, and any of Toxapex attacks are critical hits if the target is poisoned. Helps maybe break through stall a bit, can help with anything that's calm minding up. It's okay on Toxapex. Toxapex really isn't a offensive Pokemon, but if you want to do that, you can. As for the moves, we've got Toxic, Ice Beam, Poison Jab, and Substitute for some other viable options. Toxic is just a more Toxic I see as being a pretty viable option on it over something like maybe Toxic Spikes, or even if you want to replace Baneful Bunker. Toxic will be a surefire way to get poison on them. It'll be wearing them down really quickly. You can also run Ice Beam on it if you want to hit stuff like dragons and Garchomp with this, but overall you'd probably still want Scald, as that can lower their attack. Poison Jab is just an option if you want to run that over Liquidation on the other set. Just kind of hits decently hard, can help with some of the specially defensive things if you want to just wear them down more quickly. And then of course Substitute is Substitute, helps you soak up an extra hit, can be pretty annoying probably on the set right here, which doesn't run the spikes, but overall I don't see it being that useful. Anyway, as for what Toxapex is weak to, electric types. Basically any electric type can break through Toxapex. Manectric, Xurkitree, stuff like that. It's also weak to quite a few psychic types, Mega Alakazam, for example. A lot of ground types it can actually take care of. For example, it actually can wall Garchomp. If the Garchomp has not set up on it, like with Swords and stuff like that, it's actually only 3-hit KO'd by Earthquake. If I was doing my calcs correctly, I'm hoping I did. But Toxapex is just really good against stuff like that. Although, unfortunately, it cannot switch into Excadrill. Excadrill murders Toxapex. It has a very high chance to OHKO it, and or was it 2 KOs? All I remember is that Excadrill is not very good matchup for Toxapex. You do not want to keep Toxapex in on it. Just basically stuff that can hit super effectively. Mega Metacham's a problem. Other, like, super strong Psychic types. You just want to be careful with how you play Toxapex around. You want to play it to its resistances and things that can hit it neutrally. And then it can set up Toxic Spikes, it can burn things, it can poison things, it can just slowly wear down the opponent's team, and can help take moves for maybe your other more frail Pokemon, or Pokemon that just cannot handle what your opponent has out at the time. It's a really good defensive pivot, sort of kind of like a Stealth Rock Spikes-less Ferrothorn, I guess, and Leech Seedless. It's sort of like a Ferrothorn of the Sea. It doesn't have all the tools the Ferrothorn does, but I see it, basically, it can probably work alongside Ferrothorn decently well, actually, if you want to go that route. But, anyway, that's about all I have to say on Toxapex. See you guys next time.